Hey, beautiful friends, welcome to Cassia Naturals and welcome to our live today. Yes, so today we are going to talk about protective hairstyle preparation. Yes, so I'm just waiting for you friends like to join in. I appreciate you so much, for subscribing, for commenting on Cassia Naturals. So friends, before I'm just waiting for you to join. I just want to share with you like what I'm of recent, I lost something important, personal belongings. I lost my handbag, which had about $300. So, and other valuables, like in a mysterious way. Like your handbag contains a lot of things. Like I was on a journey, I was on a church journey. So my bag disappeared mysteriously. And I'm just putting everything in the hands of God, because I don't want stress to take toll on my life. Like I'm just laying everything in the hands of God. And if you've observed, like my face somehow looks kind of stressed, a bit stressed. Like even if you're a Christian, like if you lose something, it gets on you. Thank you so much, my friend, for joining in. So today we are going to talk about our protective styles, how to prepare your hair before or prior to doing a protective hairstyle. So we are starting soon. So say hi and tell me where you are watching us from. Tell me where you are watching us from, friends. I appreciate you so much for coming by. So hey, beautiful people. Yes, I think we can start now. Yes, hey, beautiful people. You are so welcome to Cassia Naturals. So in today, something that's essential for healthy hair, like preparing the scalp and hair, how to protective styling. Thank you so much, dear friends, for coming to our live today. Say hi in the comments in the chat section and tell me where you are watching us from. Yes, and if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, you can kindly subscribe. So on Cassia Naturals, we talk about hair care and skin care and healthy care. Yes, so proud to doing a protective hairstyle. Like if you have done a protective hairstyle, just raise up your hand in the section or in the chat section. Yes, if you've installed a protective hairstyle, and like your scalp was itching, if your scalp was itching by day 3, or you broke off the hair like after a protective styling. So we are talking about how to prepare your hair before a styling routine. I appreciate you so much, friends, for stopping by. Please make sure that you watch this live until to the end and say hi in the chat section. Yes, so let's stop the cycle together, friends. Let's stop the cycle. So of course, what you are going to learn before install. We are going to talk about what you are going to learn before installing your hairstyle. Yes, so, and I'll also talk about three simple DIY which you can make at home, like for hair growth, to nourish your scalp and the hair. And also the right way to moisturize and seal before braiding. So of course, you know what, friends, protective styles, they should protect, they protect your hair, right? They protect your hair, because if you don't do the right thing, then you experience breakage, friends. Thank you so much for giving a thumbs up to our live today. Please comment in the section where you are watching us from. Yes, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing, my friend. Yes, so let's talk about the common issues like I hear from my community. So some naturals say that they experience dry, flaky scalp, breakage from tangled hair underneath, and also stunted growth during long-term styling. So the solution is a simple prep routine that starts with clean, nourished hair and balanced scalp. So if you are trying to grow out your hair, make sure that before doing a protective hairstyle, you prepare your hair. So we are going to talk about, make sure that you cleanse your hair. Your scalp should be clean. Use a shampoo, a sulfate-free shampoo, or use a DIY scalp rinse. So let's talk about the DIY scalp rinse that you can use. So what you need to do is 1 cup of warm water, 1 cup of warm water, and then you need some a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and 1 drop of tea tree oil. So you apply it directly on your scalp. Apply it directly to the scalp. Let it sit for 3 minutes or 5 minutes, then you rinse it. So this DIY that I'm talking about will prevent itching, and it will also prevent your scalp from like clogging up. Thank you so much, friends, for joining our live, and I appreciate you so much. Please say hi in the comments. So we are talking about how to prepare your hair before putting in a protective hairstyle. You know, because a protective hairstyle will actually prevent breakage, and it will help you to grow your hair if you are looking for length, if you want to grow your hair. DIY scalp. You know, I wish one day I'm going to do a live where I'll be showing you how to make all these DIY. So DIY scalp mist that you can use, and I actually, you know, love this one. So proud to styling your hair. What you need to do is get 1 cup of aloe vera or half cup of aloe vera juice, and and 1 drop, or you can also use tea tree essential oil. So optional, you can even add glycerin for extra moisture, and make sure that you shake it. After shaking it, then you spray it on your scalp to prevent breakage and itching, friends. So just say hi. In there we are talking about how to prepare your hair before styling. So don't use thick butter right before a protective hairstyle. So instead, go for a lighter weight oil like jojoba oil. You can even go for grapeseed oil. You can actually mix grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, and peppermint essential oil. You just make your oil blend, and then you massage it on the scalp, proud to putting in a protective hairstyle, and you smooth it over the strands to seal in moisture. So protective styling, friends, like before doing a protective hairstyle, make sure that your hair is well detangled. Detangle it using wide tooth combs and using products which have mucilage in them. So you can actually do okra. You just boil your okra and then you sieve that. Okra contains a mucilage. Actually, it's a sleepless content which is found in okra, can help your hair to be detangled so that you move shady hairs in tangles. That way you are going to find that you won't experience much breakage. Then the other DIY you can do is using slippery elm. Slippery elm. So slippery elm can actually help you to detangle your hair prior to putting in a protective hairstyle. And please make sure that prior to putting in a protective hairstyle, your hair is stretched. When your hair is stretched, you will prevent tangles and breakage. So you can stretch your hair using natural methods. For instance, you can use African braids. You can use cornrows. Like while your hair is wet, you just braid. You braid. So once you braid, you leave it in maybe for 3 hours or the following morning, and you discover that oh, thank you so much, friends. You know, like there was an incoming call. In most cases, like I use my phone to do the videos. Yes, so I think next time I'm going to do I'll be avoiding, because I think I'm going to disable. I'll be disabling so that we are not interrupted, friends. I appreciate you so much, friends, for coming to our live. Sorry I was interrupted, there was an incoming call. Yes, so we were talking about what you need to do before putting in a protective hairstyle. So like this video, it's more on the feminine side, yes, but of course I understand that there are men who love doing their hair, and some they even braid their hair. So it could be that you are female, you are male, and you are watching this video. Just say hi in the chat section. I'm glad to have you, friends, and thank you so much for giving this video a thumbs up. So we were saying that prior to putting in a protective hairstyle, make sure that your hair is stretched. Your hair is stretched, so you can use natural methods. We talked about African threading or cornrows, or you can even do twists while your hair is wet. Then you discover that once your hair dries, then your hair will be stretched. Hi friends, where are you watching us from? Comment in the section below. I appreciate you so much for watching our live. So we are talking about protective styling, how to prepare your hair prior to protective styling. Then the other thing that you need to do, probably maybe sometimes you might not have enough time, like to do some cornrows and let your hair dry. So the other alternative is you can use a blow dryer. Now, you need to be cautious when using a blow dryer, because you know what, blow dryers can actually wreak havoc to your hair. So of late, I've been using heat, but I've been using it with caution. So what I do, because I don't have that time to let my hair dry, like in most cases, what I would do, like I would stretch my hair naturally, and then I proceed to do a protective hairstyle. But you know, because I don't have much time, what I do, I use heat. So I always make sure that I use a heat protection or protectant. So if you want to stretch your hair using a blow dryer, please don't skip heat protection. Don't skip heat protection. And on the other hand, avoid tight hairstyles. Avoid tight hairstyles. If you are trying to grow out your natural hair or your hair always grows, but what makes hair seem not to grow is it is breaking. So tight hairstyles will break your hair, especially, you know, on the edges. Like our edges are very fragile. So make sure that your braider or your hairstylist is not pulling or is not putting a lot of tension on your edges. And please, if you go to salons, make sure that you tell your hairstylist if they are pulling. Speak out. Speak out, because you are paying your money. Speak out, friends. So avoid tight braids near edges. And Another thing that you need to do is that don't install styles on wet or damp hair. Handling damp hair or wet hair is a recipe for disaster. So please avoid doing that. Avoid installing a hairstyle on wet or damp hair. So friends, like if you do your own protective hairstyle, comment in the chat section. If you installed a protective hairstyle before, comment in the chat section. And also avoid heavy products. Prior to putting in a protective hairstyle, make sure that you avoid heavy products that can cause buildup under the style. So avoid shea butter. Shea butter is nice, when your hair is dry. You are just from washing your hair and you use it as a sealant, it's okay. However, if you are doing a protective hairstyle, avoid heavier products, friends, because they are going to cause build up. So it's now time for questions. Before we go to questions, let me just do a recap. Probably you joined in late. We are going to do a recap, a quick recap, friends. Cassia Naturals is here to help you, friends. Yes. So we were talking about protective styling preparation, DIY hair care routine for healthy hair growth. Yes. So one thing we talked about is that you need to make sure that your scalp is clean. Prior to putting in a protective hairstyle, make sure that your scalp is thoroughly clean so that your hair doesn't break off. And we also talked about the 2 simple DIY. We talked of making your own DIY oil. For instance, you can mix olive oil, you can mix coconut oil, and you can mix lavender essential oil or tea tree oil and massage it on your scalp, because these oils promote hair growth and they will nourish your scalp. But of course, don't put oil on your scalp frequently because you are going to cause buildup. Then we also talked of like if you experience a dry flaky scalp, itchy buildup under your scalp, like when you do long-term protective hairstyle, like you don't see growth, your hair is stunted, you have stunted growth, there's something that you are not doing. You are neglecting your scalp. The scalp is very important because that's where the hair grows. So make sure that you are taking care of your scalp, friends. Yes, so make sure that your scalp is clean. Make sure that your scalp is clean. And we also talked about how to make a clarifying cleanse. So all you have to do is make sure that you use a free sulfate shampoo. Use a free sulfate shampoo for your scalp. Then a DIY that we talked about was just warm some water, add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 drop or 3 drops of tea tree essential oil or peppermint oil, then apply it directly on your scalp. Let it sit for 3 minutes, then you do a rinse out. Then we also talked about the DIY scalp hydration. I talked about aloe vera. You add half cup of aloe vera juice or aloe vera gel, then half cup of distilled water, then 5 drops of lavender essential oil or tea tree essential oil. You can also add glycerin, but of course glycerin is optional. Yes, and apply it directly on your scalp prior to styling your hair. Yes, that is if you experience an itchy scalp, you experience stunted growth. Protective hairstyle preparation is very critical. Sometimes, naturals, what they do, they put in their protective style for a long time and they forget about caring for their scalp. as a result, you discover that you won't be seeing growth. So if you want to see growth, make sure that you are taking care of your scalp, because your scalp is so important. That's where your hair grows from. So make sure that your scalp is clean, thoroughly clean, prior to putting in a protective hairstyle. Yes, and we also talked of avoiding heavier products prior to putting in a protective hairstyle. I talked about shea butter. Like, I love shea butter. However, there is a time when you need to use shea butter and a time when you do not need to use shea butter. So make sure that you avoid heavier products on your scalp. Yes. So we also talked about the best practices that you need to do prior to doing a protective hairstyle, friends. Make sure that you detangle your hair so that you prevent tangles and knots. If you don't do that, your hair is going to break. It will be counterintuitive, like you are trying to grow your hair and your hair is breaking. So make sure that you are preventing breakage. For you to see length, make sure that you avoid breakage. Yes, so now that I've done a recap, friends, I also talked about do not install your hair while it is wet, or do not install a style on damp hair, because that's a recipe for damage, friend. That's a recipe for damage if you're trying to grow your natural hair. And avoid, I think we've already talked about avoiding heavier products. Yes, now let's come to questions. So if you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, friends. Subscribe, friends. I'm waiting for you to subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing, friends. I appreciate you for your support. Like, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Remember, a little preparation goes a long way towards healthy and natural hair. So for hair, like, to stay nourished and to prevent breakage. So it's now time for questions. It's now time for questions. We are open for questions. Any questions, friends? It can be on DIY products. It can be on protective hairstyle. It can be on skincare. I'm here to help you. Cassia Naturals is here to help you. I appreciate you so much, friends, for coming and stopping by to come and learn on how to prepare your hair prior to putting in a protective hairstyle. So now we have come to questions. If you have any question on skincare or body care or hair care, any questions, or probably you are a DIY enthusiast, yes, just leave a comment in the section or leave a question. I'll be able to answer you. Questions, friends? Oh, Hari Krishna. Hi, friends. I appreciate you so much. She's, I don't know if it's male or female. Forgive me for that. You're asking if I'm South African. Oh, I'm not, my friend. I'm not, but I've been to South Africa. I have friends who are South African. Yes, welcome to our live. Please drop your question and comment in the section how to grow your hair. We are talking about protective styling, how to grow your hair in your protective style. So another thing that you need to do, when you are doing a protective hairstyle, please don't neglect your hair while in a protective hairstyle. Make sure that you are doing the right things while doing your protective hairstyle. Like, wash your scalp, wash your hair while in a protective hairstyle. what some naturals do, they want to grow their hair. However, they just put in their protective hairstyle and they forget about their hair. Their hair stays for 2 months, 3 months, a month, and they neglect the hair. And then at the end of those months, they expect their hair to grow. My friend, that's not how it works. You need to take care of your hair. You need to take care of your hair while in a protective hairstyle. Like what I do, actually, I'm in a protective hairstyle. I even did a live when my hair was being done by one of my favorite hairstylists. Like, proud to putting in a protective hairstyle, I had to wash my hair thoroughly. I had to wash my scalp thoroughly with a natural shampoo. I actually used VO5 shampoo. Yes, then after that, I had to seal in the moisture. I did detangle my hair prior to putting in a protective hairstyle. And sometimes I do a protein treatment. So a protein treatment is very critical for you, friend, because protein treatment will strengthen your hair follicles. They'll be strengthened before putting in a protective hairstyle. So do you love protective hairstyles? Comment in the chat section, beloved, if you love protective styles or you have ever tried protective styling. So any questions on protective styling, friends? Any questions? Any questions? And probably you might have a question to say if because we did mention about making a DIY hair mist. So maybe you might have a question to say, can I store the aloe vera mist? How can I store the aloe vera mist? So on Cassia Naturals, we don't waste anything. Whether you are doing a DIY, friends, I encourage that you buy some preservative. A preservative is very crucial because you don't want to waste your products. Yes, so always preserve your products. If you are doing your own DIY products, preserve your products. However, if you don't have a preservative, you can just store your aloe mist in the refrigerator for 5 days and then you discard it. Yes. Oh, Habisim, I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. You're saying, why are some people so mean these days? It really upsets me. Can you give me a small motivation? Okay, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. I talked of my bag. I lost my bag in a mysterious way, friends. I lost my bag and it got to me. It like my heart was pricked. Of course, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, and what I did was remember the promises of God. Like God says that I'll never leave you, I'll never forsake you. And one thing I always encourage my friends is that whatever situation that you are going through, do not despair because God is in control. God is in control. So whatever you are going through, whatever is upsetting you in your life, take it to the Lord in prayer. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Actually, you know what? I have a channel for Your Word, My Prayer. Your Word, My Prayer. The channel is Your Word, My Prayer. You can check it out. That's where I post faith-based content. Yes. So, my friend, there's more motivation. I hope you've been motivated. Actually, in life, we go through many phases. And, life can change drastically. Life can change at any time, at any moment. And you need to manage those things when they come up. Don't dwell on your problem because, sometimes we think about the things we have lost. loss can come at any time. Loss can come at any time. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Absim, you're saying thank you so much. May God bless you with good health, healthy, wealthy, and a happy long life. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you and give you more health, beloved. Don't think about your problem. You know, I always smile. As you can see, like, no one can tell that I'm sad. I always take everything to God in prayer. Like, there's even a song that came to my mind, you know, when I was going through a tough situation. Like, what a friend we have in Jesus. What a friend we have in Jesus. Oh, and griefs we bear. Oh, those words are really kind. You are so welcome, beloved. You are so welcome. God bless you. I will be praying for you. I'll actually put you on my prayer list, friends. My friend, Absim, I'll put you on my prayer list. Yes, you can even check out my other channel called Your Word, My Prayer. Your Word, My Prayer. Yes, Your Word, My Prayer. So, like, friends, oh my God, like, when I lost my bag, my handbag, oh my God, like, it was a bad scenario. And I was going for a church program. You know, I was going for God's endeavor. Then I ended up losing my handbag. And it had a lot of valuables, even my, oh my God, like my IDs were there. And my friends, like, the bag that was stolen, my handbag, it was one of the most expensive handbag I'd ever bought in my life. And I was like, all is vanity in this world. Oh, okay. I'm seeing saying, okay, I'll check it out. Have a lovely day, dear. Oh, thank you so much, beloved of my Father. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. God bless you. Virtual hugs to you. Virtual hugs to you. You know, continue smiling. Continue smiling, because you know what? God loves you. God loves you. Yes, friends. So I appreciate you so much, friends, for watching our live today and for all those beautiful comments. Yes, so if you have any challenge that you are going through, you can actually check my email. You can actually send me an email in my inbox. I'll be able to help you, beloved of my Father. I love you so much, my friends. I love you so much. I love you so much, friends. When I say I love you so much, I really mean it. It's coming from my heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for watching my video and for hanging out with me. Yes, God bless you. See you in my next live. Bye-bye. Please keep smiling. Continue smiling, because you know what? God loves you so much. God loves you so much.